This is the first time I would have driven my car in almost exactly 20 years, which is insane. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. MOT done and failed. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm down here at Elite Garages in Horsham, West Sussex. Some of you might remember this place after Patrick and I had picked up the 2011 Volkswagen Passat from the auctions. We took it down here so that Brian and his team could fix it up and make it possible for us to do the Africa to London on a single tank. I'm back here today with yet another Volkswagen product, my own Volkswagen product, the 2001 Volkswagen Golf GTI, which was my first car. Hopefully you've seen that recent video where I went down to meet Charlie on a farm to pick that car up, to rescue it, if you like. Right then, I think we should head inside and meet Brian, have a quick walk around the car, see what he's been up to, because it was dropped off here on a flatbed truck about a week ago. If you watch the first video, you'll see the car getting recovered. And that's given Brian and the team a chance to have a look over it and order some parts in that they think might need replacing, including the clutch. And in fact, it was the clutch that actually failed for Charlie about 18 months ago, and then that's what triggered the car to be dumped on his farm and eventually him selling it back to me because he was going to scrap it. Brian's about to show us around the Mark IV Golf. And what have you found? Should we have a quick walk around and see?
Well, yes. Yeah. A quick walk around.
Well, it could be a long one.
Well, we got it. It's outside, it wouldn't start.
Yes.
So I managed to get it started, and it surprisingly run quite sweet.
Okay.
But then went to use the gears and nothing.
Yep.
So I managed to put it in gear, start it up in gear and drive it to here. And we got up on the ramp. The clutch literally fell apart.
Oh, right, that's the old one down there.
Yeah,
Yep.
all fell apart.
Okay.
So we got new bits. We're going to put a new clutch plate in it.
Lovely.
The flange, which is part of the water system, we've got to put on, which I'll put on next. Then we fit the clutch, gearbox in.
Yep.
Brakes all round. Exhaust is loose. But it's had new brakes, which seems it's been standing so long, but you've got new brakes and calipers coming, haven't you?
Sure, okay.
So,
And
yeah.
so is that the gearbox down there?
This is, yes.
Let's go and have a look at that.
Sorry, yes. I forgot.
That's all right.
This is a new fork, release fork and release bearing.
Okay.
Still obliterated. So we've got that.
Yep.
In for MOT tomorrow, hopefully.
Yep.
And then you can have a little drive and see what you think.
And you think you're going to whack things like you're going to put a timing belt on it?
Yeah, we've got to do cam belt. Yeah.
Cam belt,
So
sorry.
once we've got the gearbox in, got it lowered down,
Yep.
we can then go through those bits and I can tell you what's going on.
Perfect. And overall condition, like honestly speaking, not that honest then.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I mean, okay, it's 25 years old,
Yeah.
and that's 25 UK winters. I think in terms of servicing, it's been a little bit.
Well, it didn't run too bad when it first started, so we can say that's not bad there.
Okay.
It's got a few knocks and bangs around.
Yep.
This is a Golf which had the 2 litre engine, which is only 115 brake horsepower. So
I know.
older and slower.
Yes.
A bit like me, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say a bit like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's obviously covered in London war wounds, the actual bodywork itself, and when you get under here, although there's a lot of surface rust,
No,
we
it's
have
good.
a torch
It's
under
all-
there just so we can have a.
Look, it's all, in fact, it's all pretty good. These bits here, which are the under trays,
Yeah.
they do come down. So we've got new clips on there. But apart from that, she's not bad at
It's
all.
remarkably good, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
I just want to say a quick shout out.
Yes, we use GT85 all the time. Ideal to... No, we don't sniff it. We just use...
No, well, he jokes about sniffing it. That's something that I say, because there is a scent there, isn't
It is,
there?
yeah, very nice.
I was a bike mechanic back in the day, and my workshop always smelt of GT85.
Lovely, isn't it?
So it always brings me back to those days. But it's great. There's literally cans of GT85 all over Elite. Should we have a quick look at just some of the parts that might be going on? So what we got here then?
We've got filters, brakes,
Yep.
brake pads, more filters, spark plugs, more filters. We've got plenty of filters.
And they're all Bosch parts.
Yeah, all Bosch.
Yeah, no, I remember we whacked a load of Bosch stuff on the Passat. Guys, we are now in the Escargot.
Yep.
Here it's like S-cargo,
Yes.
hence the cargo. But then on the outside, on the wheel caps, it's a snail, which is escargot in French, right?
Yeah. So a little bit of a play on, obviously, the French word. Vehicle shaped like a snail.
Yep.
Snails in the hubcap. So it's just a bit of fun, I think. And it did actually used to be one of our tyre delivery vehicles.
Okay.
Obviously, quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
And before it was such a big wholesale business. And now we have kept it, but a bit more of a marketing car for us.
Definitely. It was down at your Festival of Speed
Yeah.
display this year, wasn't it?
Yes.
It definitely attracts a lot of attention. Oh,
Yeah,
there was some throttle pumping going on
Yeah.
there.
We're going.
Listen
Right.
to it. So yeah, we're basically going to stay on Elite Garage's private forecourt, which
Yeah.
does consist of a car wash. In fact, we'll start with a little tour
Yeah.
because we're going to do a few laps. So if you miss something on this lap, you can always pick it up
Come
a
back
little bit
round.
later. I'll straighten that camera up a little bit. There you go. Oh, this is going to be tricky now, isn't it?
Just keep our eye out.
Yeah.
So yeah, at this site we basically have our Elite Garage's vehicle repair centre, then a Texaco petrol station which we're driving under now, and then there's a car wash at the back,
Brilliant.
air machine to fill up your tyres.
You even got a cash machine here as well.
Yeah,
haven't you?
exactly, and
You've got
post
everything.
office as well.
Wow.
Just posted your parcel.
Indeed, I have. And look at that Porsche.
Oh,
Wow,
lovely.
Look at that. That's
Look at
special,
that.
isn't it?
Stunning.
Panamera Turbo S E Hybrid is its short name.
Lovely.
Yeah, very nice. Right, we're now behind the Elite Garages.
We're gonna get laughed at
catching
now.
people on their cigarette breaks. There we go.
What's going on?
I want to introduce you, and I should have done straight away. This is the lovely Kelsey from Elite Garages. You might remember her from my Passat video series. As I mentioned briefly in the intro, we brought the wonderful Passat down here to this exact branch, in fact.
Yep.
You guys made sure that it was running sweet for the big challenge it had ahead, and
Yes.
well, we nailed that challenge and the car was perfect. So I'm back down here now with my Golf, which is lovely. But can you tell us a little bit, firstly, about you?
Yeah, sorry, we got back around again. Elite Garages has been a family business for over 60 years. It was started by my grandparents.
Yep.
This is actually the oldest site we've got, Manning so
Okay.
it's been with us a long time. And there's now 3 generations of the family working together. So it's grandma, my dad, and then myself and my 2 brothers.
Yes. Yeah.
Josh
And you're all
is the
very
CEO.
hands-on, aren't you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly. It's kind of grown over the years. It started as one single petrol station and workshop
Yep.
that was run by my grandparents.
Okay.
And now it's sort of grown and we are opening sites all the time. And
Sure.
there's now, as of today, 21 workshops.
Wow.
Soon to be, hopefully, a few more.
Yep.
And also a tyre wholesale business and 10 petrol stations and convenience stores. And then also a few residential and commercial lettings. So it's
Wow.
very varied. You'll see later the EG Wholesale, which is the tyre wholesaling side. They
Yep.
deliver the tyres here. So that's a big part of our business now as well.
I remember when we came last April or May with the Passat, it was actually Michelin who introduced
Yes.
me to you guys,
Yeah.
or James at Michelin, and because you naturally sell Michelin tyres here.
Yes.
But it was just lovely to see such a family-run business
Yeah.
and everyone in there. I mean, I've met one of your employees now who's retired earlier on, who just happens to be walking
Yes,
through.
Tommy, yeah.
Tommy, he worked for you for 45 years.
Yes, yeah. I
And
know.
then Brian's been there for what, 20 or something?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, it
Um,
is lovely. Actually, speaking of Michelin, when we opened this site, I'm not exactly sure which family member, but someone was dressed in a Michelin Man outfit, and there's a
Brilliant.
photo of it. And I think I don't know how little I was, but it was when we reopened it. So we've had it longer than that, but when we reopened it, there's a picture of a tiny me with a balloon, my grandparents, and then a giant Michelin Man, and I think a racing simulator or something. which is
No
pretty
way.
sick.
Wait,
Yeah.
where's the racing sim? That needs
Sadly
to come
not
back.
here now, I know.
Yeah,
Just
although
for the
no one
opening
would do
day.
anywhere if that was there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? We haven't even talked about this car, but I have to
Yeah.
say, I don't know if it's just
This
your.
is running so smoothly.
It is. I was
Wonderful.
going to say maybe it's a smooth operator.
Yeah, of
but,
course, yes.
But underneath, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Nissan Micra, like the original generation
Yes.
Nissan Micra,
Yeah.
which was also, I know we discussed this earlier on, the Figaro. Talk about shared platforms and variety. This is Lewis,
give us
just
a
out,
wave.
just out of shot. Oh, he might be there. There he is. Yeah.
Lewis is our area manager for the petrol station side.
Okay.
So this is one of your sites, isn't it? Then?
He just actually served me in there because I was posting a parcel off to my good friend Scott. So hopefully it'll make it, Scott. If it doesn't, then it's Lewis's fault.
Yeah, blame Lewis.
I'm more excited, a bit like with the Passat, I'm more excited about driving that. And if James or anyone from Porsche are listening to this, then I do apologise in advance. But I'm more excited about driving that than I am picking up anything new and flash, even that £200,000 Panamera Turbo SE hybrid. Because although that Porsche is just incredible from a different planet, the Golf just isn't, and it's going to have so many little characteristics that are going to make it a special car and something a bit like this.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
We wouldn't have fun in that Porsche doing 5 miles an hour around your...
Exactly.
Whereas in this, you know, we're moving around, rocking, wondering if it's
Noises in the back.
Noises in the back. Is it going to break down? I'm sure we'll catch up with you a bit later in the video.
Yes.
See you in a bit.
Right, okay, so the clutch is in, all lined up. Coolant flange has been fitted. Josh managed to get a new one through.
Okay.
That's in. Fit the gearbox in, put it in place, and then we can start lowering the car down.
You put a new battery in there, didn't you?
So once the gearbox is in,
Yep.
bolt up the drive shafts,
Yep.
top up of oil, bring it down. We can then start it so you can hear it running. Could do the brakes all round,
Yep.
but then again, you want to take it for MOT, don't you, really?
Yes.
So if we got it warmed up and all going better around here a few times,
Yep.
get the brakes bedded in, get the oil bedded in, get it there.
Okay, brilliant. Right, as you can see, the Golf is now down towards the floor and Brian is under the bonnet. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to come over to this side of the workshop and the tyre fitting bay and meet the siblings. Well, we already know Kelsey because we've just been in Escargot. We have Josh in the middle, who we did meet when we were working on the Passat last year. And then we have Jack, 2 brothers and 1 sister. No?
We also have Graham, the Treddy Bear.
Kelsey's run off trying to find Graham. On the other hand, we've got Josh actually doing some work behind us. He's fitting some new Michelin tyres to my old 15-inch Volkswagen Golf wheels. But I thought it'd be a good chance to talk to Jack about what your role is down here.
That's right, yeah. So I work for EG Wholesale up at the head office. We have 7 warehouses across the south of the UK. We stock about 150,000 tyres across all major brands,
Wow.
including budget options as well. And as you know, with a tyre, it's an essential purchase, so
Yeah.
the customer needs it now and then, really.
Yep.
So we try and get to all of our sites 2 to 3 times a day,
Yep.
same day delivery, and we also service a network of dealerships, independent garages and fast food centres.
They've seen better days. I think you saw was it a 2013 dot code on one of them?
Yeah, so that one is over 12 years old since it was manufactured.
Wow, and look, you can see all the cracks and stuff on it. This is why you really, regardless of how much tread is left in your tyres, when they get beyond like 6, 7 years old, they've been through many UK winters. Right then guys, welcome back to day 2 here at Elite Garages. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a recap on what happened yesterday and what Brian's been up to this morning with the mighty Mark IV Golf GTI. So yesterday he dropped the gearbox out and fitted a new clutch kit and clutch fork. He'd also replaced a lower dog bone, which is essentially a gearbox mount. It bolts onto the subframe and the gearbox and stops the entire gearbox and engine from moving, especially under load. The old one had just corroded and in fact it had actually broken off where one of the securing bolts mounts onto the subframe. He'd replaced the offside and near side inner drive shaft seals. Something else I forgot to mention, in fact it was the first thing that Brian fitted yesterday, was a lovely new Bosch battery, because as you know from part 1 of collecting the car, the battery was well and truly dead. Yesterday actually Josh fitted some brand new Michelin Primacy 4 tyres. which definitely have already improved the aesthetics of this car. And that brings us nicely to this morning. And in fact, in 1 hour's time at midday, the car is going into their MOT bay just over there. So Brian's just making sure that what he can get done beforehand, he's getting done. So he's just dropped out some very dirty and old looking oil, replaced the sump plug, but in doing so, he had to actually re-tap where the sump plug goes, because this has got an alloy sump and the sump plug itself is hardened steel. And obviously over the past 25 years, well, steel and alloy tend to corrode together, and each and every time that sump plug has been undone, it's probably pulled a little bit more of the thread out of the sump, until today when there was no thread left, and Brian has actually re-tapped a new thread in there. So hopefully that should last another 20 odd years, but let's see if the car lasts that long. He's then poured some lovely 5W40 oil back into the engine, replacing the oil filter. He's done the air filter as well, and he's just fitting some new spark plugs. The old ones, again, look like they've been in there for a long, long time. Anyway, the plan now is for me to jump in the car, start it up, hopefully, and drive it around under its own steam to the MOT bay and see how it fares. Right then, guys, I'm now in my car and I'm just about to drive it around to the MOT bay. This is the first time I would have driven my car in almost exactly 20 years, which is insane. The window is open and I can't close it because the regulator or something's broken there. So hopefully that won't fail it on the MOT. Right, out of gear. I've depressed the clutch, which hopefully now works. Ooh, don't know what that little sound was, but it's running. Oh, right. Here we go. Can I remember? Is that reverse? I think that's reverse. Here we go. Oh my goodness. It's moving under its own power. And it's pouring with rain out there, so I'm probably going to get a little bit wet in my little trip around the block. But here we go. Look at this. Brilliant. Oh, wow. This is cool. Even though it's going to be a 60-second journey. Right, we've made it out. Okay, now into first. Here we go. It's actually stopped raining for a second. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Such a heavy steering, it's hydraulic. It's got more feel than my M5 Touring. Wow. I'm not even going to get out of first gear. No, I am going to get out of first gear. There's second gear. Yeah, baby. And back into first. Oh. Yeah, probably just smothered the windscreen. I'm just going to stop this here for now because the MOT bay, or the MOT centre, as they call it, is just there. But I've just driven my first car for the first time in nearly 20 years. And it feels great. These seats, I talked about it in my collection video. I'm going to say it again, they are so comfortable and so supportive. MOT bay, here we go. MOT done and failed, which is no massive surprise. What's interesting is where it's failed. We've got some major defects and some minor defects. In fact, we've even got a defect that's so dangerous that it says do not drive until repaired. So let's start with that one. Parking brake efficiency. So the handbrake is just not good enough. When we go to the major defects, we have some emissions issues, but they're relating to the exhaust and the potential leak. So fingers crossed that Brian can pull the exhaust off and find maybe where there's a small hole. Stop lamp offside that's failed. We've got windscreen wipers that need replacing. Again, Elite had already put them aside. They just haven't put them on yet, so that's not a problem. We can fix that very easy. Service brake excessively binding offside rear. So I'm guessing that's something to do with the brake caliper. But again, Brian had spotted that there was going to be issues, and they've ordered new brake components from Bosch, and they will be fitted. So that will get around that. Really, the main ones are the brakes and the exhaust. And as I say, they've got all the brake components that they're going to fit to it. And let's just keep our fingers crossed that they can repair the exhaust, and that in turn fixes the emissions issues. I'm going to end this video here because it's probably already long enough. We've covered an awful lot of stuff, and Brian and the guys are going to continue the work on this car over the next couple of weeks because I don't need it. I'm here in a very nice Porsche press car that I'm going to take home. It's been an awesome couple of days down here. I can't thank Elite Garages enough for all of the work they've done to this car, all of the work they're going to continue to do to it, and of course the work they did with the wonderful Passat last year. That was a game changer, that car, and we couldn't have done that challenge without the help of Elite Garages. So big thumbs up. Thanks to Kelsey, Josh, Jack, Brian, of course, and everyone else down here for being so nice and welcoming, because I'm sure they probably can't wait for this to be out of their hair. Also, something else that needs fixing is the driver's window. Hopefully we can do something about that because it's currently all the way down, and therefore it's going to have to be stored inside. Right then, guys, I'll see you at another video very, very soon. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Make sure you check out Elite Garages using the link below in the description, and I'll see you at another one very, very soon. Cheers.